Welcome to Discovery Garden Pattaya. My name is Hans Fritschi. What you see besides me is undoubtedly an olive tree. If you didn't believe me, here we have the sign. It's the Olea Europaea and it's a bit a fad in Thailand. Nowadays everyone wants to grow European olives. And we have some trees here also for sale, and it's like with the Monstera deliciosa, people pay crazy amounts for a plant of the European olive. But I'm not even sure that they will grow in a tropical climate. I'm not sure, and I do not want to discourage people that want to try to grow the European olives, but if they ever will be successful, I have my doubts. But I will show you the Chinese olive today. The Chinese olive, yes, you have heard right. There is such a thing as a Chinese olive, and it produces fruits in masses. Meet the Chinese olive today. Before we go to the Chinese olive, let me just point you to a beauty just besides our olive plant here. It is a lotus, golden lotus banana. And we have many here in the garden, and this one does not produce edible fruits, but it's just a grace for your garden. Here we bought some Chinese salted olives. You can buy it at Macro, at Foodland. All the bigger department stores have it here, or the supermarkets rather. And here you see some of these fellows from a tree. There are up there some more, and they grow in abundance. We have collected many already because we want to grow the Chinese olive trees from these. I mean, they are easy to grow. Here you see some flowers of the Canarium album, white flowers for the Chinese olive, or also it's called the white Chinese olive. I don't know why, because it's pitch black. I mean, the fruit is pitch black. And here you see some blossoms. They haven't opened yet, but they will open soon, having these distinct white flowers producing them, and later on these black olives, these Chinese olives. Here you see a fruit at the tree that has developed already one little root hanging from the tree. It's quite easy to grow. The Canarium album are easy to grow, and sometimes they build roots at the tree already. Would you believe me, the tree behind me is only about 2 years old, and we planted it like this, and look how it has grown. From a dwarf into a very sizable tree that is bearing fruit all year. It flowers all the time, it bears fruit all the time. Now the question is, how do they taste, these Chinese olives? If you want to get a Chinese olive tree into your garden in Thailand, just get in contact with us. We have many that are ready to be sent by Kerry Express, and they will arrive in good shape and not only grace your garden with the blossoms, but also with Chinese olives. Well, now we want, of course, use these Chinese olives and prepare something with them. And I mean, they are beautiful in the garden, but the question is, how do they taste, and are they really olives or maybe fake olives? So we have prepared different things. Here we have sliced some onions and always good garlic, sliced garlic, and tomatoes. We use the local tomatoes here. They are good for some time, but for this dish they are also good. Then we have green bell peppers and red bell peppers and yellow bell peppers. We want to have some colors in them. Here we have sliced some pork, Chinese olives, so pork is adequate. And here you see the can as we have bought it in the supermarket, and these are now these salt olives. They look very nice, and I will try one. Oh, very, very, very salty indeed. So we have to think of some way to get the salt out. When I first bought this in a store, maybe 15 years or 20 years ago, I thought, wow, this is horrible, you cannot eat that. Only when I did the research, I found a way of using these Chinese salt olives in a proper way, and I'm going to show you this now. Well, we have moved to the kitchen now, and we are preparing the dish with the salt olive, the Chinese olives that grow so well in a tropical climate. So we pour some oil in a frying pan, add the sliced pork, add some ground white pepper, now here come the chopped onions, we add a little bit of Maggi, plus the sliced garlic. Tomatoes. Bell peppers in 3 colors. And now we are at the Chinese salt olives. As I said, they contain a lot of salt, so you don't have to add any salt to this dish, which is inspired by Khao Phat Nam Liap. Nam Liap is the name for these salt olives in Thai, and they make a dish that is quite similar to this. The Thai dish is fried rice, and then this Nam Liap is added, and that gives a very good taste. And we have added some pork here. Well, the Canarium album, the Chinese salt olive, is not a real olive, but it looks like and it tastes a bit like it, and it's very good. So that's it probably, and we can soon start to taste. Okay, let's give it a try. You see the pits of these salt olives, they have been, you can hear them, huh? No. They have lost all their flesh, and this has contributed to the sauce. And now we are going to taste this. I think it's very hot. It took about 20 minutes, I would say, huh, altogether. Just the cooking, you simmer, and so good. Really so good. This sauce is fantastic. So if you really try something with the salt olives, the pits actually they can be eaten as well, but I don't know how. And I will take this as a dinner, maybe together with some pasta. Wahnsinnig gut. So good. So good. Divine. Well, here we are at one of our olive trees that are for sale, but we don't know if they will have any fruits very soon. Here we have the product that the Chinese olive trees will certainly deliver in a tropical climate like Thailand. So if you liked what you saw today, please join the Hans Fritschi channel on YouTube or Hans Fritschi Friends on Facebook, and see you again very, very soon. Olives, Chinese olives.